hammers with the Spicoli of Send, Mr. Blake Wilkey, but you know what? We want to get to the action, and Blake's got a 6 spot, so we'll save you all the talking and bullshit, and we're just gonna send it.
Jump in.
Here on top of a mountain. Dude, this thing's sick.
It gets down.
I can't believe how cush it is through like really gnarly rocks. Didn't know you were like rock crawler bro too.
I mean, I'm still figuring it out. This is like the 4th time I've had it out. First time with the LS swap. Can't really see.
Yeah, you're like full blown like samurai training blind. I want to talk about this because like it's a big girl. I didn't think she was squeezing through some of those spots that we were getting through. So walk me through what we got here.
The Broncos normally have TTBs. So we went with 1-ton solid axle swaps. Desolate makes a very clean, simple, easy kit for the front to give it that robust strength and to get 40s on it and get the drivetrain to live. The rear, Kevin and I designed a 4-link rear suspension setup that utilizes a bunch of the factory pivot points from the stock front leaf hangers. It's all pretty much bolt-on in the rear to accommodate that 1-ton axle. So she flexes, and the geometry is a blend for crawling and going fast. As you saw, we did both.
It was like riding in any of your other desert trucks, right? Or buggies, and like super chill. And I was like, what the I didn't expect it out of a front axle Bronco. I want to get in deeper into this stuff. So let's start with like the running gear, right? We got some big old 40s.
This is like their X-Train, so, you know, to work in various conditions. We run the same tire on my dually for towing, you know, 25,000 pounds worth of shit out here. Same tire on the TT Bug. They work well.
I just put a set on my Raptor and I went to like pick it up to like put the new one on. I was like, this is significantly lighter. And we weighed it 71 pounds on a 35, which is like 15 pounds lighter than like normal mud terrains and anybody else.
Yeah, these tires are badass. And then pair it up with the KMC beadlock wheels.
Nice. You know what? You haven't taken too many nicks out of them.
Every single one has a couple nicks on them.
Well, you know, it's love.
Yeah.
Let's get in this suspension though. This shit works really good, dude. What do you got up front?
On the front, it's a King 3.0 IBP coilover with a 2-inch stroke, 2-inch diameter bump stop, limited with PRP limit straps. We've changed the spring rates and valving on it 1 time so far. So King got it really close, and then we just made some other fine-tune adjustments to make it to where we could go faster essentially on the lake bed and through whoops and stuff. Rear, just a 2.5 with an adjustable clicker off of the reservoir, as well as a 2.0 bump stop. Again, this 4-link kit's super badass. Bolt-on chalk tower that also ties into the half cage from Desolate. So everything's been very robust. There's been a lot of moments.
Just for clarification on his moments, come here, look at this. Was it like that when you came out here, bro?
Not that bad. It was about, I would say, 1/8 of that. And this mirror wasn't like this either.
Well, you know, got a little love to her.
That's the characters, dude. The characteristics is just what make the Blood Shark so special. Now it's the bark.
I was gonna say, yeah, dude, sounds great. And you told me it's just an LS1, and obviously it's got a blower on it. But can we pop the hood and like, let's get into the sauce? What do we got?
It is an LS1 that came out of a friend's buggy that he acquired. I just ordered a bunch of goodies from Texas Speed to make this thing live under the boost and kind of power that we were looking for. So I just did a trunnion kit, push rods, rod bolts, cleaned up the valves, put dual rate valve springs in it, the 660 kit from Texas Speed, few ICT billet goodies on there, and then the Magnuson Supercharger.
What blower is this?
This is the 2650 hot rod kit with the pulley configuration, running the 100mm up top, the 7.5-inch crank pulley. I wanted to keep it like around 6 to 7 because we didn't ring gap the pistons, and we said, we're just gonna run it, dude.
So it's a stock bottom end LS1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rock and roll. I've seen some LS1s live through like the worst treatment humanly possible, and it's like, how the do these stay alive, you know?
It was a thrash though. I decided to do this LS swap with the Maximum off-road transmission 4L80 swap and the Atlas T-case about 5 weeks before King of the Hammers.
They were also prepping race vehicles, and so like there's a shot from Wilkey's shop, but you see like 3 vehicles being regged on. There's just like tables with parts, and just everybody is just moving. It's cool to see, man. It's cool to see that kind of hustle. And it's cool this thing runs as good as it does. I mean, I'm pretty blown away. By the way, this billet top here and like all this stuff, so this is all the Desolate kit?
Yeah, Desolate shock towers, cross member. They make it easy. They even got us the power steering box.
What are we doing for cooling? Because obviously you're out in the desert, it gets hotter than shit out here, but I mean, it's like the winter now and it's toasty. So like, what do you got for radiator and fan setup?
So this is a drop-in Champion radiator that is the 4-core. It's a little bit wider, a little bit longer, aluminum with 2 Spall fans. Also for cooling, we had to do a new transmission cooler, which is in the front grille, and a heat exchanger for the supercharger with the entire kit from Magnuson that has the pump, the reservoir, and all that to keep our air intake temps down.
What injector are you running on this?
It's a 120 Holley injector. Holley supplied a ton of parts for this. Starter, flex plate, injectors, all the sensors, ECU, harness. The list is super freaking long. So like, it was a lot.
What ECU's on this?
Holley HP. It's sealed and it matches what the Trophy Bug has. So we have Baja Designs lights all over this. These are the LP6s. We also have them for the rock lights, the dome lights inside, and then the rear chase lights that I kind of Frenched into the back hatch. So under them is the Super Winch.
While we're up front, let's talk the steering, because like this looks beefy, dude.
We got Synergy and WFO components. Some of the rod ends and whatnot are from your good old O'Reilly's.
Okay.
So we got Howe ram assist, and then a Howe servo, Howe pump. Everything is Howe on this. And then you can see the airline locker, the ARB.
Where is this front axle off of?
Super Duty.
So then, is this kit basically for a Bronco for this setup, or is this like you can buy
100%.
like Super Duty parts, like the rod ends?
Yep, those are all just universal parts.
Okay.
You know, that'll work on your Super Duty or the Desolate kit.
Let's go out back there. I want to check some stuff out. Before we do get back there, transmission. So you are running a 4L80 from Maximum. Do you know what's done to it? I did see you have like a nice torque converter in there too.
It's a dynamic torque converter. It's green, so it's very distinct.
Yeah, it stands out.
With the Texas Speed Blower boosted cam, we went with a 3200 stall.
I looked at your shifter, reverse valve body, but you got a standard shifter on there.
Yep. It's a manual valve body. D would normally be right after neutral. Now that's first. And the reason for it being in first is if you got to click it up into reverse to get out of a sticky situation, you don't have to come through 4 gears to find reverse. You can just pop up.
That extra second or two is probably really important in a situation like that. Backside of this thing.
1 ton in the rear, stock tank. That's all up under there. You can see that the rear of it's all tubbed out. It's relatively sealed up in here. Kevin 3D scanned the back with the cage and everything, and then when we cut it and cycled it, once he had kind of those parameters, this is what we ended up with.
It looks super clean, man. Now, is it all aluminum or is it steel?
It's all steel, that way we can weld it to the cab.
And bash on a little harder.
Yeah, it's not super thick because we didn't want to have a crazy amount of excessive weight. And we figured if that stuff's gonna move, we really deserved it.
Yeah. By the way, did you make this?
Yeah.
This slides out?
Yeah, pull that little tab down. So this is my second row, either storage or seating. If you're watching and you want to sit down, get a little elevation. I made the tray, I made the tabs, just welded it to the side skirts, and then piece of wood, and then said PRP. Match my seats, please. And they were like, if we do this for you, we know other people are gonna want us to do it for them. And I'm like, pretty please? And they did.
Yo, back to the suspension. Oh, I forgot to ask. So how much travel do you have in the rear? And then how much travel do you have up front?
The front, I believe we have 12 inches of travel. The rear, I wanted to say that we had like 24 inches. I forget, man. I knew at one point in time, but then it just...
It works though. I've seen it. You want to get up into the cab, man? Because dude, the seats look dope. It looks period-ish correct, you know? Like obviously, big fan of the low back. Like this looks right for this truck and the era, right? What seat is this? I know it's a PRP, but...
Yeah, this is the low back with adjustable headrest. Figured the entire interior of this thing is red. I know they have this beautiful suede and vinyl. The white, since the top was white, the back half, I was like, white piping, throw the Shreddy logo in, do the small diamond stitch, and get red belts to kind of complete the interior of this. This center console I made, I wish I made it a little bigger because we stuffed 10 pounds of shit in a 5-pound bag. And we're running rugged radios. That's what we have in all the race cars. They've been really good to us. Their stuff works, and it helps substantially. We also have a Rockford Fosgate stereo system with the 8-inch wakeboard can speakers.
Waterproof, dustproof.
Yeah, dude, we got them in everything we can. Those are both powered by full throttle batteries. We put dual full throttle batteries in here with the dual kill switch. And you know, when you're posted up chilling, I put these batteries through a lot because we have the rock lights on, the whip, just to set the vibe and let people see the customization of this build. And shout out to them for freaking always having a battery that'll start this thing after I abuse it.
You got a Switch Pros panel up there. I love the American flag layout.
Yeah, absolutely, dude. We got their units and everything as well, man.
I like how you got the ECU tucked right there. It's accessible, but it's not in the way. We didn't even go into it, but how much power is this thing making?
We made on Lance's dyno, which is not very forgiving. It's a Mustang dyno. And we got 380 with about 350 of torque on 6 pounds pump gas. Went conservative on timing to keep heat and pre-detonation out of it.
Mind you, if you're new to this whole thing, 380 the tire through a 40 and a 4L80 and the Atlas, it's got to go through all this stuff and move all this heavy weight. I mean, you're well into the 5s, if not in the 6s probably. That's banging out of a little LS1.
She scoots, dude. She scoots. You felt it.
It definitely gets down. Can we see this thing bark?
Let's go. The Atlas is already in low, man.
I want to see we're wide open. I want to hear that thing sing, baby. Dude, thank you, bro. This thing. You want to see more on Blake, go to the internet. He's all over it. But let the people know where they can find you.
Instagram,
Yeah.
Blake Wilkey 357, YouTube, Shreddy Life. Let's go.
All right, we'll put links in the description.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Broncos rule.